Hello everybody, my name is Connor and welcome back to NobleAstaTCG, where I post my games, learn from my misplays, and count on your feedback to grow. Today, we are playing Sanji into Kuzan, and real quick, thank you to my buddy Dorse for piloting my proxied Kuzan deck. Dorse, or as I lovingly call him, Dorsalino, is a Navy fanboy, so I said, hey, could you do this? And he said, absolutely. So we are finally going to get to play some Kuzan, and man, this Kuzan is kind of a crazy leader. I think I might want to try him. I have the deck mostly built at this point, and I don't know. I think I might give him a try, guys. But before we get too deep into our game, I do want to remind you guys that if you want to support the channel, head to 1000noble.com to grab or commission a playmat. And don't forget, joining the YouTube membership gets you exclusive discounts, early deck list access, and members-only polls and discussions. So, yeah, real quick, I mean, this playmat I'm using, the playmat Doris is using, and the playmat right next to me, you can see a little bit of Rayleigh, all playmats designed by me. Of course, Doris did commission that Union Arena Fire Force playmat. That was a really fun one to do. So, yeah, I can do playmats for any game. Getting into the Gundam playmats here, designed a couple already, but yeah, I'm really excited to go over this match. I think this match alone makes me want to add Pudding into Sanji, and I've been cooking up a lot of different Sanji builds, and I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I think I found one that I really like. I don't know how good it is, but it's really fun. But this is kind of the list we've been rocking. As you guys can see, this is all still proxy. This is before pre-releases and stuff, so we get to go second here. My opponent not playing anything on turn 1, which is great for me. I love that. And we are going to play the Let's Crash This Wedding event, grabbing a 2K Sanji. I could have grabbed the Rush Sanji, but as I've kind of talked about, I feel like there's a point where you want to establish him on the board. And with the one event in Trash, does not feel too great to have him on the board early, because either A, he's getting swung into for 5 and I don't have a ton of counter, or, you know, B, I'm minusing Dawn at, you know, 2-3 Dawn. So Dorse is going to go ahead, swing a 5, and hey, look at that, we get that Sanji, and we draw into Jozu here, and I've actually taken Jozu's out of my list. I felt like I was just using him as counter more than anything, and I think there are some better options to use as counter. But as I've said, I think in every Sanji video, I want to see what you guys are building. I want to see what your Sanji lists are looking like. So we're going to go ahead and tap 3 for Jet Culverin to bottom deck that Hina, get her out of here. And then counting how many cards I have in my hand, it's a bit of a weird spot to be in right now, because it looks like I have too many cards for the Beef Burst, or both Burst. I'm not exactly 100% sure how to say it. So trying to figure out if I can do that to draw some cards, minus some Dawn, and get that benefit or not. And looks like I'm just gonna go ahead and swing 6. Too many cards in hand. I do have a 0 cost event though. I really like the 0 cost event. It does help trash when I have too many events. It's really nice to be able to trash 2 and get those events in trash. So we do go ahead and swing 6, and he is gonna go ahead and take that. I feel like blue decks just run so many like 2Ks, so the 6 hitting, I was like, oh, okay, what does his hand look like? And of course, I feel like Kuzan's like leader ability just gets crazy. I feel like he's always got at least 10 cards in hand, which is why I want to run Pudding. Speaking of which, we go ahead and get Puddinged. I don't know, is that a verb? Yeah, verbs are what you do. Thanks. What was that, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel? I don't remember. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and shuffle up our deck. I've got the deck in the Dragon Shield outer sleeves right now, and not only do they hurt my hands, but they just make it really hard to shuffle. I personally like to use the Game Genic ones. So, you know, if you're looking for good overshields, I really like the Game Genic. Dragon Shield just hurts my hands, and I've got sensitive little hands, so. Alright, enough about my sensitive little hands. We're going to draw 5 thanks to Pudding and see what we get. Another Beef Burst, which is wonderful. We got some events. I'm feeling pretty good about this. He is going to go ahead and swing 6. We'll give him the 2K counter there, draw with a draw into a Kaya, which is pretty nice. And now we're going to be able to kind of use our leader ability because, I mean, we have a couple events we can use, and we don't have a ton of cards in hand. So gonna go ahead play the Let's Crash This Wedding. Seeing a lot of pretty good stuff to take. A couple of Gum-Gums makes me feel like I kind of have to take a Gum-Gum. And that's something I'm trying to work on, is I always like grab Gum-Gum because I'm like, oh, I need this. But hey, look at me, I didn't grab Gum-Gum. But with Sanji, I feel like you can cycle through your deck pretty fast. So bottoming Gum-Gums is not the end of the world. It doesn't feel like the complete end of the world, but we're going to go ahead, play Luffy will be the king of the pirates, grabbing the, I think Luffy will be the king of the pirates. Bottom decking the rest. I love that you don't have to reveal that card. I think that's so good, and it's just a look at top 3. Yeah, I know I think I took the Land of Wano when you're at sea, you fight pirates, searcher out. I just had an idea of something to put in or try, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, the music event. Because I'm starting to try some other cards, like I can't grab Reiju off of the Straw Hat Searchers, which is unfortunate, but I get it, you know. But our hand is looking okay at this point. We've got a couple of Dawn. We only have 3 Dawn up, so we can't play Reiju, unfortunately. But we'll go ahead minus a Dawn to Beef Burst to draw 2 extra cards, drawing into another Sanji and another Kaya. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Kaya right now. I think that her ability to put cards in, or to put events in trash quickly is really, really good. And of course, the fact that she's a 2K. But she's been ending up on my board, and she's too small to matter, you know? Like, if I had a body there, it'd be another good swing, but she's Kaya, so it's half my Dawn. But we go ahead, swing a big 8, getting a Dawn there, and he goes ahead and takes it, dropping down to 3 life. So I'm feeling like we're doing okay right now. We're feeling pretty good. Of course, I've got my camera zoomed in pretty good here, so you can't see his hand size, but it is getting big. Of course, he hasn't really had the opportunity to use leader ability yet, but it's getting pretty big. And honestly, like, Sanji can get a really big hand size too, but I feel like late game, he loses a lot of that draw power. And I guess I think I might be using Beef Burst too early in the game. I think maybe I should try to hold on to it for later in the game. I think that would be a good idea there, I think. So 4 Dawn coming down, gonna play it down, another Hina there. I'll try my best to put pictures of the new cards up on the screen so you guys can see what they do, because I'm learning, you're learning, we're learning. But the Pudding is gonna go ahead, swing 5, and I'll give him a 2K there. I think I would have been okay to take that. I don't like using Reiju as counter, and you know, maybe I should. So 7 coming to lead, I'll take it. Oh, we get a Red Rock trigger, gonna bottom deck the Hina. I think that's okay because we can swing into Pudding to clear her, and just try and clear board. And I don't know if actually triggering that Red Rock was a good idea. I think when Kuzan, I almost said Borsalino, when Kuzan gets to 8 Dawn and he starts chaining Garps, it gets really, really hard to deal with his board. And with the way that Sanji is running, I feel like he only run like 2 Red Rocks. And when he has a board full of 8K bodies, that gets pretty tough. So we're going to go ahead and establish not only a Reiju, but a Sanji as well. Sanji going to be at 6K for now. I need to find my other plus, like, that power. I have lost it. So yeah, Sanji is a 6K there. We're going to go ahead, Sanji ability to Beef Burst. Drawing into a Jozu and a Jet Culverin. I have a love-hate relationship with Jet Culverin, and we'll go ahead, swing 5 into Pudding and ramp a Dawn. I think looking at this, I think I would have been okay. It's tough because part of me is thinking that I should have used the Brochette below instead of the Beef Burst, but Brochette Blow might help us clear something like a Garp or, you know, Kuzan or Sakazuki, something, one of those big bodies that he has. So I don't know, maybe holding on to the Beef Burst until late game. I'm gonna try that in the next couple of games I play. Trying to use dice to help me count how many events are in my trash. I think I need a spin down D20. I think that might help me. I used to do that when I played Union Arena and I played the Green Saitama deck. A fun deck. Union Arena, fun game to play briefly, but hey, look there's Garp. Garp, a really good card. I think you trash a card and then play a character with like 8,000 power or less. So in my version of Kuzan, not gonna lie, I did make it so you could play like Aramaki and stuff. I picked the deck list that gave me the least amount of proxies to print, so it may change over time, but he is gonna go ahead and play Tashigi, which forces me to bounce a character back to my hand, and I choose to bounce the Reiju back to my hand. I think that makes sense. I want Sanji to be able to attack, and honestly, I've been pretty skittish with my Reiju swinging lately, and that might be a problem. So in poking 5 at lead, he is going to go ahead and draw off of the leader ability. I give him a 2k there. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. But we did draw into, I think that was a giant, if I remember correctly. It was something good, something I liked. So 4 for the Reiju, just to establish that again. And we could Jet Culverin the Pudding, and I think that might be worth it. I think that's what I'm going to do here, especially because at this point, Kuzan's hand is getting pretty big, and swinging into bodies feels useless. I feel like blue decks always have counter. Shout out to my boy Buggy. And so yeah, just kind of struggling with that. So Conqueror to draw a card, and we get the Luffy, not Luffy, excuse me. That's not Luffy, will be the King of the Pirates, but that is when you're at sea, you fight against pirates. We'll tap 1 to play it. You can't use Sanji ability to play it, which is a bit unfortunate. Same with 3000 Worlds. I really like 3000 Worlds in this list, but it is a little hard to play. But into like green purple Luffy, it feels so good. If they don't get stage, oh, it's wonderful. But we do decide to take the 2k with that, and that makes sense to me. I think that's a pretty solid idea. And trying to figure out how much I want to swing here, we'll go 7 at lead. Yeah, trying to symbolize that I got, you know, buffs to my characters. So a 7 and an 8. I think I could have gone 7-7, just in case I get maybe like a Gum Gum off of Gum Gum, or a you know, Conqueror off of Gum Gum, or something along those lines, just to have that extra Dawn up. And that's something I'm trying to remember to do with the Sanji deck, is leave more than enough Dawn up, because the chances of me drawing into another counter event is pretty high. So yeah, we don't get to ramp off of that swing. I think he was also at 9 at that point. And at this point, like Tashigi, I think that's Tashigi. I don't think that's Tashigi now that I say that. I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name. Suru. I think it's Suru. Is it Suru? I don't remember. I'm so sorry, guys. But she's not that threatening, but Garp is, and he's gonna go ahead and play down Kuzan. Kuzan is gonna be able to stun one of our characters. He's gonna go ahead and trash a card to stun our Sanji, so Sanji can't attack. I think Sanji can restand, but he can't attack. And ooh, look at that beautiful altar at 3000 Worlds I picked up from my buddy Kyle, dude. What a guy. I just love that. I love the alt-art events, man. Sanji's Pilaf, 3000 Worlds. Pilaf. Unfortunately, Pilaf is an East Blue event, so it would not be activated off of leader ability, but might be an option in the Sanji deck. But Tashigi Searcher is going to come down. My one alt art Tashigi Searcher. Look at that beautiful card. So beautiful. He's gonna go ahead and search for something good. I will put a picture of what he searched there because my camera is too zoomed in to see. But if I don't zoom it in, you guys see too much. Trying to find that good angle. I know the video we posted, last locals video I posted with the what is his name? With Rayleigh, we had a different angle. Let me know what you think of that. But Subaru gonna go ahead, swing 5. I think that's Subaru. 6 at lead, it looks like. And thinking about if I want to take this or counter, I will go ahead and counter. Yeah, this part of the game is where it gets really tough. I know that if they swing lead, I think it might be worth to take it. Oh, they swing at Reiju. I decided to let her go. I don't really want to gum and send the brochette blow away. Maybe I should have, just to have that extra body on board, that extra protection, because now we're in the late game, and now my hand is definitely running out of steam. Yeah, I feel like I need to save the beef burst for later in the game here, so thinking I'm gonna go ahead and use 3 Dawn to play Brochette Blow to try and clear the Kuzan. I don't have a swing here. Oh, I'm actually going to go ahead and play Kaya to draw 2 and trash 2. I think that was a bad choice. It will buff Sanji because we have nothing but events in our hand, but yeah, now I have to trash either Brochette Blow or Conquisare, and that doesn't feel good. Conquisare could have really helped us keep ourselves alive. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't like that play. I think that was a poor choice, but we'll go ahead and draw a card and minus Garb by 3. I mean, maybe Gamma Knife would be better in this deck, but we do draw into a Reiju, which is nice. Might prevent us from dying this turn. Might help us out a little bit, so thinking about swinging 6 with lead. Yeah, 6 into 6, the 6 Garp. So yeah, maybe I think should have held on to Kaya, maybe used Conquisare to draw a card. Should have swung really big into Garp maybe, but he is going to use Pheasant Block, and I think he's trashing a card to draw a card. Yep, there he goes, trashing a card to draw a card, and I will play another Reiju and pass with 1 Dawn up. As I said, I do really want to try and keep more than 1 Dawn up, not only in case I gum into another, gum or what have you, but just to get in the practice of it for things like Hody and Dead Man's Game and things like that, because those, I mean, it can literally win you games, and it has already won me games in pre-release, so pretty crazy card there, and I think it's definitely worth playing around. Of course, it's a green card, so I don't need to worry about it too much in a blue Kuzan deck, but just good practice, I think. So he is going to go ahead, play a set, or tap 7 to play the Sakazuki. I think that's 7. Is it 8? It might be 8. Gonna go ahead, play down Sakazuki, lets him put a Rusted Dawn on a character, as well as I think draw a card because he trashes, if I remember correctly. As I said, I will try and put pictures of the new cards up, just because I know we are all still learning, but I am in crunch time. I am severely behind, and this is crunch time, so I may not get to it. I'm so incredibly sorry. But yeah, puts the Rested Dawn on Kuzan, so that's going to be at least a 6k. Going to go ahead, swing the 5, I believe. Thinking about taking this one, I will. We get another Gum out of life. Definitely think that it was worth keeping another Dawn up. And we get Conquisare out of life. Like, if I had 2 Dawn up, this would be okay. We're going to go ahead, Gum Giant minus 2. Trashing Conquisare to draw 2, draw Reiju and Reiju. If we can live this turn. No, we had to counter with the Reijus, unfortunately. Yeah, if I had left another Dawn open, I could have used Gum and then Conquisare. and definitely would have been pretty cool. Would have been a lot stronger. So he swings Kuzan, and I'm gonna have to block and let this Reiju go. Unfortunate that I just countered with those 2 Rages. He swings the 2 at me. Oh no. And we top deck Sanji, and at this point I'm thinking, okay, like, there's not much we can do. I think that this deck would really benefit from Rush, which is why I've been playing with some of the, blue and the purple Rush cards. Actually, I have not looked at the 6-cost Luffy. That might be something. I might be onto something there. Bounces a 4. Could be useful. Or the 6-cost purple Luffy. I thought about it last night, but there is a new Zeph that I've been having fun with, as well as, honestly, Rush Usopp has been really fun. But, yeah. So I'll go ahead and swing at 7, seeing if maybe I can sneak by with 7, 8, and then whatever on Kaya. But that is not going to be the case. Gonna go ahead, set 1 Dawn aside. I think I should set maybe 2, because I think I'm cooked 100% here. 4. I'll go 4 into Shigisuru. And then just to try and clear some bodies, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We'll go 9 into Garp. All my homies hate Garp. Just kidding, I actually love Garp. And he does let that go, so his hand isn't as big. And I am praying to Gum into something good. Arguably, maybe should have left some more Donna. But I think at this point I've seen about 3 of my Gums, and I want to say 2 to 3 Conquistairs, so not looking too hot. 1 0-cost event. But yeah, see, this is why I'm not really feeling Kaya that much. I like what she can do, but it's kind of rough to not have a body that can swing on board. So he's going to swing pretty big with Sakazuki here, and we are going to go ahead. Killing me with Sakazuki, kind of toxic. We are going to go ahead minus our Dawn, draw into Conquistar and 3,000 Worlds, and that is not, even Conquistar is not going to be enough to get us out of that. I think that was, it looked like about 16, 17k. So even if I am able to get out of that, that is it. And my buddy Kyle checking to see what cards I have in there. Yeah, just kind of a rough matchup. Definitely the Garp, excuse me, not the Kuzan. I mean, the Kuzan's really good. Kuzan not letting me swing for a turn was very sad. But yeah, the Garp cheating out. So, oh, there are my Gums. Oh, those must be the Gums I bottomed earlier. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Garp playing out 2 big bodies, like himself and another big body, were really hard for this deck to deal with. But overall, I think we played okay. I think I'm still working on a list. I think we're going to post a sim video when I find the list. I feel like I'm really close to finding a really fun list. Don't know if it'll be good. I'm not a very good deck builder, but I'm having a lot of fun just trying so many different things with this leader. And it's kind of the first time I've really experimented with a leader independently. And it's a lot of fun. I get why you people like to cook on leaders. So yeah, that is going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you can ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
サンジと申します。すぐに片付けますのでご安心を。おらー、これじゃあキリがねえ。無限